First contact, an unexpected encounter. Captain Elena Reyes stood on the bridge of the UNSS Horizon, her dark eyes fixed on the swirling, ethereal patterns of the nebula before her. The ship's viewscreen struggled to render the chaotic dance of gases and newborn stars, a testament to the raw beauty and power of the cosmos. "Captain," called Lieutenant Zhang from his station, "we're picking up an anomalous reading at the edge of the nebula." Elena's brow furrowed. They were well beyond the boundaries of explored space, sent on a mission of discovery that had already stretched to 18 months. "What kind of anomaly, Lieutenant?" Zhang's fingers danced across his console. "It's difficult to say, Captain. The energy signature doesn't match anything in our database. It's almost as if the laws of physics are bending around that point in space." A thrill of excitement coursed through Elena's veins. This was why she had joined the United Nations Space Service, to push the boundaries of human knowledge and experience. "Helm, set a course for the anomaly. Nice and easy, Lieutenant Okafor. Let's not startle whatever's out there." As the horizon glided closer to the disturbance, the bridge crew held their collective breath. The nebula's gases seemed to part before them, revealing a shimmering, opalescent shape that defied easy categorization. "My God," whispered Dr. Annika Larsen, the ship's chief xenobiologist. "It's alive." Elena leaned forward, her eyes widening as the shape resolved itself into a vast, undulating form. It was vaguely reminiscent of a manta ray, if manta rays grew to the size of small moons and pulsed with bioluminescent patterns that spoke of deep intelligence. "Open a channel," Elena commanded, her voice steady despite the adrenaline coursing through her system. "All frequencies, all languages in the database. Let's see if we can make contact." For several tense minutes, the horizon broadcast a series of greeting messages, mathematical sequences, and simple pictograms, the universal language they hoped might bridge the gap between species. Suddenly, the view screen flickered and a face appeared. At least Elena assumed it was a face. Two large, compound eyes dominated a smooth, almost featureless expanse of iridescent skin. A series of tentacle-like appendages framed the lower portion, rippling in a mesmerizing pattern. "Greetings, beings of carbon and metal," came a voice that seemed to bypass their ears and resonate directly in their minds. "We are the Atulthurian Collective. Your presence here is unexpected." Elena took a deep breath, acutely aware that her next words could shape the course of human history. "I am Captain Elena Reyes of the United Nations Space Service. We come in peace, seeking knowledge and mutual understanding." The alien's eyes shimmered, patterns of light dancing across their surface. "Knowledge and understanding," it repeated, the concepts seeming to take on new depth in the alien's mental voice. "These are worthy goals, yet we sense in you a deeper curiosity, a hunger that both intrigues and unsettles us." Elena glanced at her crew, seeing her own mix of excitement and apprehension mirrored in their faces. "We are explorers," she explained. "It is in our nature to seek out new life, new civilizations, to learn and grow through our encounters with the unknown." The Atulthurian's tentacles writhed in a pattern that Elena couldn't begin to interpret. "Your kind is young," it said, "barely emerged from your cradle world, yet already you reach for the stars with such eagerness. It is admirable and perhaps dangerous." Dr. Larsen stepped forward, her scientific curiosity overriding protocol. "Your biology," she said, her voice filled with wonder. "It's unlike anything we've encountered. The way you manipulate energy and matter, it challenges everything we thought we knew about life in the universe." The alien's eyes swirled with new patterns. "Your observation is keen, little one. We are not bound by the same limitations as your form of life. Our existence spans dimensions you have yet to comprehend." Elena felt a chill run down her spine. The implications of the alien's words were staggering. "We would be honored to learn from you," she said carefully, "to exchange knowledge and culture, if you're willing." The Atulthurian was silent for a long moment, its body pulsing with complex bioluminescent sequences. When it spoke again, There was a new tone to its mental voice, something Elena might have called amusement if she dared anthropomorphize such an alien being. "Your offer is intriguing, Captain Elena Reyes, but I wonder if you truly understand what you propose. The exchange you speak of would go far beyond the sharing of scientific data or cultural artifacts." Elena's curiosity was piqued. "What do you mean?" The alien's form shimmered, its edges becoming less distinct. For the Althurian collective, the deepest form of exchange, of understanding, comes through a melding of consciousness, a union that transcends the physical and touches the very essence of our beings. Dr. Larson gasped, her scientific mind racing with the possibilities. "Are you suggesting some form of telepathic link?" "It is more than that," the Althurian replied. "It is a joining of minds, of experiences, of the very stuff of our souls, if such a concept has meaning to your species." Elena felt a mixture of excitement and trepidation. The potential for discovery was immense, but so were the risks. "Such an exchange would require careful consideration," she said diplomatically. "We would need to understand the full implications and ensure the safety of both our species." The alien's tentacles rippled in what might have been agreement. "Wisdom, Captain. You show it in your caution. But know this, the offer stands. We sense in your kind a potential that both fascinates and concerns us. You burn so brightly, reach so far. We wonder what wonders, or terrors, you might bring to the cosmic tapestry." As Elena pondered her response, alarms blared across the bridge. Lieutenant Zhang's voice cut through the chaos. "Captain, we're detecting massive energy fluctuations from the nebula. Something's happening." The view screen showed the peaceful swirls of the nebula transforming into a maelstrom of light and energy. At its center, the Althurian's form began to elongate, tendrils of luminescent matter stretching out toward the horizon. "What's happening?" Elena demanded, both of her crew and the alien entity before them. The Althurian's mental voice resonated with a mix of urgency and what might have been regret. "The choice is upon us sooner than anticipated, humans. The cosmic tides shift, and with them, the balance of realities. We offered understanding. Now we must know if you are ready to embrace it, with all its consequences." One of the energy tendrils brushed against the horizon's hull, sending cascades of sensor data flooding through the ship's systems. In that moment, Elena and her crew caught a glimpse of the universe through Althurian senses, a vast, interconnected web of consciousnesses stretching across dimensions and defying human comprehension. As quickly as it began, the sensation faded. Elena found herself gripping the arms of her captain's chair, her knuckles white. Around her, the bridge crew blinked and shook their heads, as if awakening from a shared dream. "Captain," Lieutenant Okafor said, her voice shaky, "what do we do?" Elena stared at the swirling chaos on the view screen, at the alien entity that had just shattered their understanding of life and the cosmos. In that moment, she knew that every decision she made from this point forward would have profound implications not just for her crew, but for the entire human race. "We came here to explore," she said, her voice growing stronger with each word. "To seek out new life and new civilizations. We can't turn back now, not when we're on the brink of something extraordinary." She stood, facing the image of the Althurian. "We accept your offer," Elena declared. "We're ready to learn, to understand. Whatever challenges lie ahead, humanity will face them with open minds and open hearts." The alien's form pulsed with a brilliant light. "Then let the journey begin, children of Earth. May your courage match your curiosity, for the path ahead will test you in ways you cannot imagine." As the energy tendrils enveloped the horizon, Elena Reyes and her crew steeled themselves for an adventure beyond their wildest dreams, one that would redefine humanity's place in the cosmos and challenge the very nature of existence itself. The universe, it seemed, was far stranger and more wondrous than they had ever dared to imagine, and humanity, with all its flaws and potential, was about to take its first steps into a realm where the boundaries between thought, energy, and matter blurred into cosmic symphony. the true exploration had only just begun. The xenobiological dilemma. The UNSS Horizon drifted in the swirling mists of the nebula, its hull glowing faintly with residual energy from the Zalfirian encounter. Inside, the crew was still reeling from their mind-bending experience, trying to process the flood of alien sensations and knowledge that had washed over them. Dr. Annika Larsen sat in her lab, surrounded by holographic displays showing a dizzying array of data. Her fingers danced over the controls, adjusting parameters and running simulations as she struggled to make sense of what they'd learned about Zalfirian biology. "This can't be right," she muttered, running a hand through her disheveled blonde hair. "It defies everything we know about life." The door to the lab slid open, and Captain Elena Reyes stepped in. Dark circles under her eyes betrayed her lack of sleep, but there was an intensity in her gaze that spoke of barely contained excitement. "Talk to me, Doctor," Elena said, moving to stand beside Annika. "What have you found?" Annika gestured at the displays. "It's incredible, Captain. The Zalfirians aren't just a different species, they're a different form of life entirely. Their biology, if we can even call it that, operates on principles we've only theorized about in quantum physics." Elena frowned, trying to make sense of the swirling diagrams. "Explain it to me in simple terms, Annika. What are we dealing with here?" The scientist took a deep breath. "Imagine a being that exists simultaneously as matter, energy, and information. The Zalfirians don't just inhabit space-time, they weave themselves through it. Their consciousness isn't confined to a single body or even a single dimension." "And their reproduction?" Elena asked, recalling the strange hints the alien had given about joining and melding. Annika's eyes lit up with a mixture of fascination and unease. "That's where it gets really interesting and potentially problematic. From what I can gather, Zalfirian reproduction isn't a physical process as we understand it. It's more like a merging of consciousness, a sharing of information that creates new patterns of energy and matter." Elena felt a chill run down her spine. "Are you saying that when they offered to join with us, they were proposing reproduction?" "Yes, Captain. Or at least something analogous to it in their understanding of existence." The implications hit Elena like a physical blow. She steadied herself against a nearby console, her mind racing. "My God, we've stumbled into a first contact scenario that's also a potential interspecies reproduction event. The ethical implications alone." Annika nodded grimly. "It gets worse. The data we received suggests that this joining isn't just a simple exchange of information. It has the potential to fundamentally alter both participants at a quantum level. We're talking about changes to our very essence, Captain." Before Elena could respond, the ship's intercom crackled to life. "Captain to the bridge," immediately came Lieutenant Zhang's urgent voice. "We have a situation." Elena shared a worried look with Annika before hurrying out of the lab. When she reached the bridge, she found her crew in a state of barely controlled panic. "Report," she barked, sliding into her command chair. Zhang's fingers flew over his console. "The Zalfirian entity is growing, Captain, and it's drawing energy from the nebula at an alarming rate. At this pace, it could destabilize the entire region within hours." On the main view screen, Elena watched in awe and terror as the alien being expanded, its opalescent form pulsing with increasing intensity. Tendrils of energy reached out, pulling in matter from the surrounding nebula. "Are they attacking?" Elena asked, though something in her gut told her this was more complex than simple aggression. Dr. Larsen, who had followed Elena to the bridge, spoke up. "I don't think so, Captain. If my analysis is correct, this could be part of their reproductive cycle. They may be preparing for the joining they proposed." Elena's mind raced, weighing their options. The Zalfirians had offered knowledge and a profound connection, but at what cost? The power they were displaying was both awe-inspiring and terrifying. "Open a channel," she commanded, her voice steady despite the turmoil in her mind. The alien's face shimmered into view, its compound eyes swirling with complex patterns. You stand at a crossroads, humans, its mental voice resonated in their minds. The cosmic dance has begun, and you must choose your steps with care. Elena took a deep breath, acutely aware that her next words could shape the destiny of her crew and potentially all of humanity. "We seek understanding," she said carefully, "but we're concerned about the effects of this joining you propose. Our species are so different. How can we be sure it won't destroy us both?" The Althurian's form rippled, patterns of light cascading across its surface. Destruction and creation are two sides of the same cosmic coin, Captain Elena Reyes. To truly understand, to truly grow, one must be willing to transform. Your species stands on the brink of a great leap. Will you cling to the familiar, or will you embrace the unknown? Elena glanced at her crew, seeing the mixture of fear and excitement on their faces. They had come to explore, to push the boundaries of human knowledge. But this was beyond anything they had prepared for. "We need time," Elena said, her mind working furiously. "To study, to prepare. This isn't a decision we can make lightly." The alien's mental voice took on a tone of urgency. "Time is a luxury we may not have, young ones. The cosmic tides are shifting, and with them, the fabric of reality itself. Your presence here has set in motion events that cannot be easily undone." Suddenly, alarms blared across the bridge. Lieutenant Okafor's voice cut through the chaos. "Captain, we're detecting spatial distortions throughout the nebula. It's as if reality itself is starting to unravel." Elena watched in horror as the peaceful swirls of the nebula began to twist and tear, revealing glimpses of other dimensions, other realities bleeding through the thinning veil of space-time. "What's happening?" she demanded, both of her crew and the alien entity. The Althurian's form pulsed with intensity. "The choice is upon us, humans. Your arrival has catalyzed a reaction in the cosmic substrate. We must join, not just consciousness, but our very beings, if we are to stabilize this region of space-time." Dr. Larson's eyes widened with realization. "Captain, I think I understand. Our presence, our unique form of consciousness, is acting like a key. We've unlocked something in the fabric of the universe, and now we have to deal with the consequences," Elena finished grimly. She stood, facing the image of the Althurian, her decision crystallizing in her mind. "If we agree to this joining, what guarantee do we have that we won't lose ourselves? That humanity won't be simply absorbed into your collective." The alien's mental voice softened, taking on an almost tender quality. "Brave Elena Reyes, you misunderstand the nature of our proposal. We do not seek to absorb or destroy, but to create something new, a bridge between our forms of existence. Your humanity is precious, a unique spark in the cosmic tapestry. We wish to weave it into a greater whole, not extinguish it." Elena looked around at her crew, seeing the trust in their eyes. They had followed her into the unknown, and now they stood at the precipice of something even greater. Whatever she decided would impact not just their lives, but potentially the future of humanity and the very nature of reality itself. "We came here to explore," she said, her voice growing stronger with each word. "To seek out new life and new civilizations. We can't turn back now, not when we're on the brink of something extraordinary." She squared her shoulders, facing the Althurian with determination. "We accept your proposal," Elena declared. "But know this, we come as equals, bringing the full weight of human ingenuity, adaptability, and determination. Whatever challenges lie ahead, we'll face them together." The alien's form pulsed with brilliant light, its mental voice resonating with what might have been joy. "Then let the joining begin, children of Earth. May your courage light the way through the darkness between realities." As waves of energy washed over the horizon, Elena Reyes and her crew braced themselves for a transformation beyond imagination. They were about to embark on a journey that would redefine the very concept of life, consciousness, and humanity's place in the cosmos. The universe held its breath, awaiting the birth of something entirely new. Diplomatic crisis. The universe didn't end. Reality didn't shatter. But for the crew of the UNSS Horizon, everything had changed. In the days following their joining with the Sulfurian entity, Captain Elena Reyes and her team struggled to come to terms with their new existence. They were still human, still themselves, but they were also more. Their consciousness had expanded, allowing them to perceive dimensions and realities that had previously been beyond their comprehension. Elena stood on the bridge, her eyes closed, feeling the pulse of the cosmos in a way that would have been impossible just a week ago. When she opened her eyes, she saw her crew looking at her with a mixture of awe and uncertainty. "Status report," she said, her voice carrying new harmonics that seemed to resonate with the very fabric of space-time. Lieutenant Zhang cleared his throat, his fingers dancing over his console with newfound grace and speed. "The spatial distortions have stabilized, Captain. The nebula is, well, it's not exactly as it was before, but it's no longer in danger of collapse." Dr. Larson stepped forward, her eyes shimmering with an inner light that spoke of the vast knowledge now at her fingertips. "Captain, the changes to our biology are profound. We're still human, but we've been altered at a quantum level. Our very atoms are now entangled with the Sulfurian consciousness." Elena nodded, feeling the truth of Annika's words in the core of her being. "And the Sulfurians? What's become of them?" As if in response to her question, a shimmering form coalesced on the bridge, a being of light and energy that pulsed with familiar patterns. When it spoke, its mental voice was a chorus of harmonies. "We are here, Elena Reyes. We are, changed as are you. Our consciousnesses have merged, creating something new in the cosmic tapestry." Elena felt a mix of emotions wash over her: wonder, fear, excitement, and a deep sense of responsibility. "What happens now?" she asked, aware that her words carried weight beyond their immediate surroundings. The Sulfurian form rippled. "Now we must face the consequences of our choice." The ripples of our joining spread across the cosmos, attracting the attention of others who may not understand or approve of what we have become. As if on cue, alarms blared across the bridge. Lieutenant Okafor's voice cut through the chaos. "Captain, we're detecting multiple warp signatures entering the system. It's a fleet." The main view screen flickered to life, showing a vast armada of ships unlike anything Elena had ever seen. They were organic in design, pulsing with bioluminescent patterns that spoke of an advanced civilization with a deep connection to the living universe. "Incoming transmission," Zhang reported, his voice tense. Elena straightened her uniform, acutely aware that she was about to engage in diplomacy on a scale that no human had ever attempted before. "On screen," she commanded. The image shifted, revealing a being that defied easy description. It was vaguely humanoid, but composed of swirling energy patterns and crystalline structures that seemed to exist in multiple dimensions simultaneously. "I am High Arbiter Zixal of the Galactic Concord." The being's voice resonated in their minds, carrying undertones of authority and barely contained anger. "You stand accused of violating the cosmic order through your unauthorized merging of consciousnesses. Explain yourselves or face judgment." Elena felt a surge of defiance rise within her. She had led her crew into this situation, and she would defend their choices. "I am Captain Elena Reyes of the United Nations Space Service. We came here as explorers, seeking knowledge and understanding. Our joining with the Sulfurians was a mutual choice, made to prevent a catastrophic collapse of space-time in this region." The High Arbiter's form pulsed with skepticism. "Your intentions are irrelevant. The merging of such disparate life forms is forbidden for good reason. The potential for cosmic imbalance is too great." Dr. Larson stepped forward, her scientific curiosity overriding protocol. "With all due respect, Arbiter, the merger has already stabilized this region of space. Our data shows that." Silence. Zixal's mental voice boomed, causing the crew to wince. "Your limited understanding of cosmic laws does not justify your actions. The Sulfurians knew better than to initiate such a joining. they will be held equally accountable. The Axolthurian form on the bridge pulsed with defiance. The humans are not to blame, Arbiter. We made our choice freely, recognizing in them a potential that your Concord has long ignored. The cosmic tapestry evolves, whether you approve or not. Elena could feel the tension building, not just in the conversation, but in the very fabric of space around them. The Galactic Concord's ships were powering up weapons, their energy signatures distorting the local space-time. Wait, Elena called out, her mind racing. Before you take any action, consider the implications. Our joining has created something new, something that could benefit all species. We offer not just knowledge, but a bridge between different forms of existence. Zixol's form shimmered with what might have been curiosity. Explain. Elena took a deep breath, drawing on the expanded consciousness she now possessed. The universe is vast and full of wonders beyond our individual comprehension. But together, humans, Axolthurians, and yes, even your Galactic Concord, we have the potential to unlock secrets that have remained hidden since the dawn of time. She gestured to her crew, feeling their support and shared determination. We humans have always been adapters, innovators. We take the impossible and make it possible. Combined with the Axolthurians' mastery of quantum realities, we represent a new step in cosmic evolution. The High Arbiter was silent for a long moment, its form pulsing with complex patterns that defied easy interpretation. When it spoke again, its mental voice carried a note of grudging respect. Your words are intriguing, Captain Reyes, but words alone are not enough. If you truly believe your joining represents a positive step in cosmic evolution, you must prove it. Elena felt a glimmer of hope. How? There is a crisis brewing on the edge of known space, Zixol said. A collision of realities that threatens to unravel the cosmic tapestry. The Concord's greatest minds have been unable to find a solution. If your hybrid consciousness can succeed where we have failed, we will reconsider our judgment. Elena looked at her crew, seeing the mixture of determination and apprehension on their faces. They had already ventured far beyond the bounds of human experience, and now they were being asked to save reality itself. We accept your challenge, High Arbiter, Elena said, her voice steady. But know this, we do not act out of a desire for your approval, but out of a commitment to life and discovery in all its forms. Whatever the outcome, we will face it together, as a united consciousness that bridges the gap between humanity and the cosmos. Zixol's form pulsed one final time. Very well, you have one solar cycle to prepare. May the cosmic forces be with you, for the fate of realities now rests in your hands. As the transmission ended, Elena turned to her crew. Their faces showed a mix of fear and excitement, mirroring her own emotions. They had come seeking new frontiers, and now they stood at the precipice of the ultimate challenge. All right, team, she said, her voice carrying the weight of their shared destiny. We've got a universe to save. Let's show them what humanity, augmented by cosmic understanding, can really do. As the Horizon prepared to embark on its most perilous mission yet, Elena Reyes felt a surge of pride and determination. They were no longer just explorers or diplomats. They were the bridge between worlds, the fusion of human ingenuity and cosmic wisdom. And together, they would face whatever challenges the universe had in store. The next chapter of their journey was about to begin, and with it, the potential to redefine the very nature of existence itself. The human solution. The UNSS Horizon streaked through the cosmos, its warp drive pushing the boundaries of physics as they raced towards the crisis point identified by the Galactic Concord. Inside, Captain Elena Reyes and her crew worked feverishly, their hybrid consciousness allowing them to process vast amounts of data and run simulations that would have been impossible just days ago. Dr. Annika Larson stood at the center of the ship's newly reconfigured science lab, her hands dancing through holographic displays that showed the intricate weave of multiple realities. It's beautiful, she murmured, her eyes reflecting the swirling patterns of cosmic energy. And terrifying. Elena nodded, feeling the weight of their responsibility. Talk me through it, Annika. What are we dealing with? The scientist took a deep breath, her expanded mind grappling with concepts that defied easy explanation. It's a collision of realities, Captain. Imagine multiple universes, each with its own set of physical laws, crashing together at a single point. The fabric of space-time is unraveling, creating a cascading effect that could potentially destroy countless worlds across multiple dimensions. Lieutenant Zhang chimed in, his fingers flying over his console. I've never seen energy readings like this. It's as if the fundamental forces of nature are at war with each other. Elena closed her eyes, reaching out with her newly enhanced senses. She could feel the turmoil in the cosmic tapestry, the strain as reality itself threatened to tear apart. When she opened her eyes, she saw her crew looking to her for guidance. "All right," she said, her voice steady. "We've got the knowledge of the Axolfurians and the problem-solving skills of humanity. Let's put them to use. I want solutions, people." For hours, the crew of the Horizon worked tirelessly, their hybrid minds processing scenarios and running simulations at speeds that would have been unimaginable to their purely human selves. They drew on the vast knowledge of the Alfurians, combining it with human intuition and creativity. It was Lieutenant Okafor who first stumbled upon a possible solution. "Captain," she called out, her voice tinged with excitement. "I think I found something. What if we approach this not as a problem of physics, but as one of harmonics?" Elena raised an eyebrow. "Explain." Okafor's hands flew over her console, bringing up a complex series of waveforms. Each reality has its own unique frequency, its own cosmic song. The collision is causing these frequencies to clash, creating destructive interference. But what if we could find a way to harmonize them? Dr. Larson's eyes widened with understanding. Of course, like tuning multiple instruments to play in harmony, but on a cosmic scale. "Exactly," Okafor nodded. "If we can create a resonance field that bridges the conflicting realities, we might be able to smooth out the interference and stabilize the collision point." Elena felt a spark of hope ignite in her chest. This was exactly the kind of innovative thinking that humanity was known for. How do we generate a field of that magnitude? Zhang spoke up, his mind already racing with possibilities. "We could reconfigure the Horizon's warp drive to emit a targeted pulse of quantum energy. If we calibrate it correctly, it could serve as a focal point for the resonance field." "But the power requirements would be enormous," Dr. Larson cautioned. "We'd be pushing our systems far beyond their designed limits." Elena nodded, weighing the risks. "What if we combined our technology with Sulfurian energy manipulation? Could we amplify the effect?" The shimmering form of the Sulfurian alley materialized in the center of the bridge. "It is possible," the being's mental voice resonated, "but it would require a deep synchronization of our consciousnesses. The strain on your physical forms would be significant." A heavy silence fell over the bridge as the implications sank in. What they were proposing was dangerous, potentially fatal, but the alternative was the destruction of countless realities. Elena stood, her decision made. "We knew the risks when we accepted this mission. If this is our best shot at saving reality itself, then we take it. Prepare the ship and yourselves. We've got a universe to harmonize." As the Horizon approached the crisis point, the crew could see the fabric of space-time itself beginning to fray. Swirling vortexes of energy clashed and collided, sending shockwaves of distorted reality rippling outwards. "My God," Zhang whispered, his eyes wide with awe and terror. Elena took a deep breath, centering herself. "All right, people, this is what we've prepared for. Lieutenant Okafor, begin the warp drive reconfiguration. Dr. Larson, work with our Sulfurian allies to establish the quantum resonance field. Zhang, keep us steady and be ready to punch us out of here if things go sideways." As her crew sprang into action, Elena closed her eyes, reaching out with her hybrid consciousness to touch the minds of her team and their Sulfurian partners. She felt their determination, their fear, and their unwavering commitment to the task at hand. "Warp drive reconfigured," Captain Okafor reported, her voice tense. "Ready to initiate on your command." Dr. Larson's voice was strained as she manipulated complex energy fields. "Quantum resonance field established. But Captain, the power drain is immense. We can't maintain this for long." Elena nodded, her eyes fixed on the swirling chaos before them. "Understood. All hands, brace for impact. Initiating harmonization pulse in 3, 2, 1, now." The horizon shuddered as a brilliant pulse of energy erupted from its bow, streaking towards the heart of the reality collision. For a moment, nothing seemed to happen. Then, with a flash that seared itself into their enhanced senses, the pulse detonated. Waves of quantum energy radiated outward, washing over the clashing realities. Elena and her crew poured their collective will into the resonance field, their hybrid consciousness acting as a bridge between the conflicting universes. The strain was immense. Elena felt as if her very atoms were being torn apart and reassembled with each passing second. Around her, she could sense her crew struggling, their minds and bodies pushed to the absolute limit of what their hybrid forms could endure. But slowly, miraculously, the chaos began to subside. The clashing energies started to align, their discordant frequencies shifting into a complex but stable harmony. "It's working," Zhang shouted over the roar of straining engines. "The reality interfaces are stabilizing." Elena gritted her teeth, pushing through the pain. "Keep it up. We're almost there." With a final, reality-shaking pulse, the conflicting universes settled into a new equilibrium. The tear in the cosmic fabric sealed itself, leaving behind a shimmering boundary where multiple realities now coexisted in delicate balance. As the energy field dissipated, Elena and her crew collapsed, their bodies and minds pushed far beyond normal human limits. But as she looked out at the now peaceful expanse of space, Elena felt a profound sense of accomplishment. They had done it. Humanity, augmented by alien knowledge, but driven by their own ingenuity and determination, had saved reality itself. As the horizon drifted in the aftermath of their cosmic feat, the communications system crackled to life. The face of High Arbiter Zixal appeared, its crystalline features arranged in what might have been an expression of grudging respect. "Captain Reyes," the Arbiter's mental voice resonated. "It appears we may have underestimated the potential of your hybrid consciousness. You have accomplished what the greatest minds of the galactic concord could not." Elena managed a weak smile, still recovering from the ordeal. "Thank you, Arbiter. Does this mean you'll reconsider your judgment about joining with the Balfurians?" Zixal was silent for a moment, its form pulsing with complex patterns. "Your actions have given us much to consider. Perhaps there is wisdom in allowing new forms of existence to emerge and evolve. The Concord will need time to debate the implications, but for now, you have earned a reprieve." As the transmission ended, Elena looked around at her exhausted but triumphant crew. They had faced the ultimate test and emerged victorious, proving that humanity's greatest strength lay not just in its adaptability, but in its ability to bridge divides and find harmony in the most unlikely places. "Well done, everyone," she said, her voice filled with pride. "We've not only saved reality but potentially opened up a new chapter in cosmic evolution. Whatever comes next, we'll face it together, as humans, as Ethelfurians, and as something entirely new." As the horizon set a course for home, Elena Reyes knew that their journey was far from over. They had changed the universe, and in doing so, had changed themselves. The true impact of their actions was yet to be seen, but one thing was certain: humanity had taken its first steps into a larger, more wondrous cosmos than they had ever imagined. The adventure, it seemed, was only just beginning. Unexpected consequences. The UNSS Horizon's return to Earth was met with a mixture of celebration and trepidation. News of their incredible feat, saving reality itself from collapse, had spread quickly, but so had word of the crew's transformation. As the ship settled into orbit, Captain Elena Reyes found herself facing a barrage of questions from Earth's scientific community, military leaders, and increasingly, the general public. Standing before a panel of United Nations officials, Elena tried to explain the inexplicable. The joining with the Axolferians has expanded our consciousness in ways we're still struggling to understand, she said, her voice carrying new harmonics that made some of the officials shift uncomfortably in their seats. We're still human, but we're also more. Dr. Annika Larsen stepped forward, holographic displays springing to life around her with a mere thought. The changes to our biology are profound, she explained, showing complex diagrams of quantum entanglement at the cellular level. We exist simultaneously in multiple states of reality. Our very atoms are intertwined with the fabric of the cosmos. The UN Secretary-General leaned forward, her eyes sharp with concern. And the risks? What are the potential dangers of this transformation? Elena exchanged a glance with her crew. They had discussed this very question at length during their journey home. To be frank, Madame Secretary, we're not entirely sure. Our capabilities are still evolving, but we believe the potential benefits far outweigh the risks. Lieutenant Zhang spoke up, his fingers dancing through the air as he manipulated unseen data streams. We've already made incredible advancements in our understanding of physics, biology, and the nature of consciousness itself. The applications for medicine, energy production, and space exploration are virtually limitless. The room erupted into a flurry of questions and concerned murmurs. Elena could sense the mix of excitement and fear emanating from the officials. It was a microcosm of the reaction they faced from the wider world. As the debriefing continued, Elena felt a familiar presence brush against her mind. The Axolferian consciousness that was now a part of them all whispered a warning. Be cautious, Elena Reyes. Not all will welcome the change we represent. Elena nodded imperceptibly, already aware of the challenges that lay ahead. The hybrid crew of the Horizon represented a new step in human evolution, and change was rarely embraced without resistance. Weeks passed, and the consequences of their transformation began to manifest in unexpected ways. Dr. Larsen made breakthrough after breakthrough in her lab, unraveling the mysteries of quantum biology and pushing the boundaries of medical science. Lieutenant Okuffer's enhanced understanding of spatial dynamics led to the development of new propulsion systems that promised to revolutionize space travel. But with each new advancement came new complications. Reports began to surface of crew members experiencing strange phenomena, objects moving in their presence without being touched, glimpses of possible futures, and in one unsettling incident, a junior officer who seemed to phase partially out of reality during a moment of stress. Elena sat in her office, poring over the latest reports, when an urgent message came through from Earth's newly established Xenobiology Control Board. Captain Reyes, the stern face of Admiral Zhao, filled her screen. We have a situation. One of your crew members, Ensign Rodriguez, has gone missing. Elena felt a chill run down her spine. Missing. How? The Admiral's expression was grim. According to witnesses, he simply vanished. One moment he was there, the next, nothing. And that's not all. We're getting reports of similar incidents around the globe. People are manifesting abilities similar to your crew's. The public is beginning to panic. Elena's mind raced. Could their transformation be spreading somehow? I don't understand. How is this possible? Before the Admiral could respond, Elena felt a sudden shift in her perception. The world around her seemed to blur, reality itself bending and warping. When it stabilized, she found herself standing not in her office, but in a vast, otherworldly space. Swirling nebulae and cascading stars surrounded her, and in the distance, she could make out familiar forms, her missing crew members, and beyond them, hundreds of confused and frightened humans. A resonant voice echoed through the cosmic expanse. Welcome, Elena Reyes, to the nexus of realities. Elena spun to find herself face to face with a being of pure energy, its form constantly shifting and changing. She recognized it as a more evolved form of their Xulthurian allies. "What is this place?" Elena demanded. "What's happening to my crew, to humanity?" The being's form pulsed with what might have been sympathy. "Your joining with us has set in motion events beyond our prediction. The quantum entanglement of your consciousness is resonating across your species, awakening latent potentials. Humanity stands on the brink of a cosmic awakening." Elena's mind reeled with the implications. "But they're not ready. We're not ready. This kind of change on this scale." "Change is rarely convenient," the being responded, "but it is often necessary. Your species has reached a crucial juncture. The choice now is not whether to change, but how to guide that change." As Elena grappled with this revelation, she became aware of a growing disturbance in the fabric of the nexus. Ripples of discord spread through the cosmic tapestry, and with a start, she realized their source. The fear and confusion of the humans gathered here, their awakening powers lashing out in chaotic bursts. "We have to do something," Elena said, her voice filled with determination. "We can't let this descend into chaos." The Xulthurian being nodded, its form shifting to mimic a more humanoid appearance. "Indeed, this is why you were chosen, Elena Reyes. Your humanity, combined with your expanded consciousness, makes you uniquely suited to guide your species through this transition." Elena took a deep breath, feeling the weight of responsibility settle on her shoulders. She had led her crew into the unknown before, but this was a challenge beyond anything she had ever imagined. "How do we begin?" she asked, her mind already racing with possibilities. The being gestured, and the cosmic landscape around them shifted, showing glimpses of Earth, cities in turmoil, people struggling to understand their newfound abilities, governments scrambling to maintain control. "First, you must return and calm the storm," the being said. "Use your knowledge and experience to help your fellow humans understand and control their awakening powers. Then, you must prepare them for what comes next." Elena's eyes widened. What comes next? The being's form pulsed with intensity. "The attention of the cosmos is now fixed upon Earth. Your species' awakening will not go unnoticed. There are forces in the universe that will see this as an opportunity, and others that will view it as a threat. Humanity must be ready to take its place on the cosmic stage." As the implications sank in, Elena felt a mixture of fear and exhilaration. This was why she had joined the space service, to push the boundaries of human experience, to explore the unknown. Now, she and her crew would be leading humanity into a new era of cosmic awareness. "We'll need help," Elena said, her mind already formulating plans. "Resources, knowledge." The being nodded. "You shall have it. The Xulthurians will stand with humanity in this transition. But remember, Elena Reyes, the greatest strength of your species has always been in its adaptability, its creativity in the face of the unknown. Trust in that." With a gesture from the being, the nexus began to fade around them. As Elena felt herself being drawn back to physical reality, she caught one last glimpse of the gathered humans, confused, frightened, but also filled with an undeniable sense of wonder. In that moment, Elena Reyes knew that whatever challenges lay ahead, humanity would face them with the same spirit of exploration and determination that had brought them to the stars. The next chapter in human evolution was beginning, and she would make sure they were ready for it. As the world reformed around her, Elena found herself back in her office, Admiral Zaya's concerned face still on the screen before her. She took a deep breath, steeling herself for the task ahead. "Admiral," she said, her voice steady and filled with purpose. "Assemble the world's leaders. We need to talk about the future of humanity." The universe watched and waited as humanity stood on the brink of its greatest transformation yet, a new understanding. The months following humanity's unexpected awakening were a time of unprecedented change and challenge. Captain Elena Reyes found herself at the center of a global, and increasingly, cosmic, transformation. Cities around the world had become hubs of swirling energy as newly awakened humans grappled with abilities they barely understood. Governments struggled to maintain order while simultaneously trying to comprehend and harness the potential of their transformed citizens. Elena stood before the United Nations General Assembly, her presence both reassuring and slightly unnerving to the gathered leaders. Her form shimmered faintly, a visible reminder of her hybrid nature. "Distinguished representatives," she began, her voice carrying harmonics that resonated through the chamber, "we stand at a crossroads unlike any our species has faced before. The cosmic awakening of humanity brings with it great potential, but also great responsibility." She gestured, and holographic displays sprang to life around the chamber, showing scenes from around the globe, people levitating objects with their minds, spontaneous portals opening between distant locations, individuals facing in and out of visible reality. These abilities are not a threat to be contained, but a gift to be understood and nurtured, Elena continued. "With proper guidance, we can harness this cosmic awareness to solve global challenges, advance our understanding of the universe, and take our rightful place among the stars." The chamber erupted in a mixture of excited murmurs and concerned outbursts. Elena could sense the swirling emotions, fear, hope, ambition, and uncertainty, emanating from the gathered leaders. A stern-faced representative from one of Earth's most powerful nations stood. "And who will provide this proper guidance, Captain Reyes? Your crew? The aliens who transformed you? How can we trust that this isn't some form of cosmic colonization?" Elena met the representative's gaze steadily. "A fair question. The truth is, we're all learning together. Yes, the Asalthurians have offered their knowledge and support, but they do not seek to control us. This awakening is uniquely human, an expression of potential that has always been within us." She paused, letting her words sink in. "As for guidance, I propose the formation of a new global initiative, the Cosmic Harmony Institute. This organization will bring together the brightest minds from every nation, working alongside those of us who've had more time to understand these new abilities. Together, we'll develop training programs, safety protocols, and ethical guidelines for the use of cosmic awareness." As the debate raged on, Elena felt a familiar presence brush against her mind. The Asalthurian consciousness that was now a part of her whispered, "They fear what they do not understand. Show them the beauty of the cosmic tapestry, Elena Reyes." Taking a deep breath, Elena reached out with her expanded senses, gently touching the minds of everyone in the chamber. Gasps of awe and wonder filled the air as the representatives suddenly found their perception expanded, catching a glimpse of the vast, interconnected web of cosmic consciousness that Elena and her crew now saw every day. For a brief moment, national rivalries and personal ambitions fell away. The gathered leaders saw themselves as they truly were, small but vital threads in the grand tapestry of existence. As Elena gently withdrew the expanded awareness, she spoke softly but with conviction. "This is what awaits us all, not a loss of our humanity, but an expansion of it. A deeper understanding of our place in the universe and our connections to one another." The chamber was silent for a long moment before erupting into a flurry of discussion. Slowly but surely, a consensus began to form. The Cosmic Harmony Institute would be established, with Elena and her crew playing key roles in its formation and operation. As the session concluded, Dr. Annika Larson approached Elena, her eyes shimmering with excitement. "Captain, we've had a breakthrough in the lab. We think we've found a way to stabilize the more volatile manifestations of cosmic awareness. With this, we can prevent accidents and help people control their abilities more quickly." Elena nodded, feeling a surge of hope. "Excellent work, Doctor. This will go a long way in easing public fears and accelerating our adaptation." But even as progress was made on Earth, new challenges loomed on the cosmic horizon. Lieutenant Zhang burst into Elena's office, his normally calm demeanor shaken. "Captain, we're detecting massive energy signatures approaching the solar system. It's like nothing we've ever seen before." Elena rushed to the command center, her hybrid senses immediately grasping the magnitude of what they were facing. A vast fleet of ships, each one a city-sized marvel of technology and living energy, was decelerating as it approached the outer planets. "Open a channel," Elena commanded, her voice steady despite the gravity of the situation. The main screen flickered to life, revealing a being of pure energy, its form constantly shifting and flowing. When it spoke, its voice resonated not just through the speakers, but directly in their minds. "Greetings, children of Earth. I am Sorath, envoy of the Cosmic Conclave. We have come to witness the awakening of your species and to determine your readiness to join the greater galactic community." Elena straightened, drawing on all her diplomatic experience and newfound cosmic awareness. "Envoy Sorath, I am Captain Elena Reyes of Earth. We welcome the opportunity for peaceful contact and cultural exchange." The being's form pulsed with what might have been amusement. "Peace is but one facet of existence, Elena Reyes. The cosmos is a realm of infinite possibility and constant change. Your species now stands at a precipice. Will you embrace the full spectrum of cosmic existence, or will you cling to the limitations of your past?" Elena felt the weight of the moment pressing down on her. She knew that her response would shape the future of humanity's relationship with the wider universe. "Humanity has always been defined by its ability to adapt and grow," she said, her voice filled with determination. "We do not seek to abandon our past, but to build upon it. Our awakening has shown us the beauty and complexity of the cosmos, and we are eager to take our place within it." She gestured to her crew, each of them standing tall despite the enormity of the situation. "We offer not just our newfound abilities, but the unique perspective of our species. Our creativity, our resilience, our capacity for love and wonder. These are the gifts we bring to the cosmic tapestry." Sorath's form shimmered, patterns of energy flowing through it in complex sequences. Pretty words, but the conclave requires more than mere promises. You'll be tested, Elena Reyes. Your species will face challenges that will push you to the very limits of your newfound awareness. Only then will we determine if you are truly ready. Elena nodded, a small smile playing at the corners of her mouth. "We accept your challenge, Envoy Sorath. Humanity has never shied away from tests, no matter how daunting. It is through facing the impossible that we have achieved our greatest triumphs." As the transmission ended, Elena turned to her crew. She could see the mixture of fear and excitement in their eyes, mirroring her own emotions. "Well," she said, her voice filled with determination, "it seems our journey is far from over. Humanity's greatest adventure is just beginning." Dr. Larson spoke up, her mind already racing with possibilities. "Captain, if we combine our knowledge of quantum harmonics with the data we've gathered on cosmic awareness, we might be able to create a device that could help us navigate whatever challenges the conclave throws our way." Lieutenant Zhang nodded enthusiastically. "And I bet we could adapt our warp drive technology to manipulate the fabric of reality itself. The possibilities are endless." Elena felt a surge of pride in her crew and in humanity as a whole. This was what their species did best, facing the unknown with ingenuity, courage, and an unshakable spirit of exploration. "All right, team," she said, her voice ringing with purpose. "Let's show the cosmos what humanity is truly capable of. Our next great journey awaits." As the UNSS Horizon prepared to meet the challenges set by the Cosmic Conclave, Elena Reyes knew that whatever trials lay ahead, humanity would face them with the same blend of determination, creativity, and compassion that had brought them to this moment. The stars beckoned, filled with wonders and dangers beyond imagination. But with their newfound cosmic awareness and their uniquely human spirit, Elena and her crew were ready to lead their species into a future limited only by the boundaries of their ever-expanding imagination. The universe watched and waited as humanity took its first true steps onto the cosmic stage, ready to write the next chapter in their extraordinary story.